is Amar Singh, Senior VP at Research at Angel One with us on the show. Amar, that's the million, billion dollar, whatever you call it, question, that once the markets start off about 150, 200 points higher today on the back of the details of the trade deal emerging, right, an agreement being in place, is there merit in initiating a fresh trade, long or short, at that level? Or would you wait for some settling down, if you will?
Yeah, I would say, during the gap up, it's always a difficult call for the trader because your stop loss also, you've got to be careful at that. And markets generally try to factor in all what's happened. So it's always a wise decision to wait for the markets to settle at least for the first 10 to 15 minutes. So post that, you get a clarity, because many a times if you look at the market open, you'll find that the high of the day is where the market is open, that remains the high of the day, and many times the low gap down, you find that's a low. So it's always careful. It's better to be careful and cautious during gap ups. So I would say, if I look at the trend, see, the trend is very clear. It's more or less, I would say, trading in a zone. So Nifty on the downside definitely gets very strongly supported on the 24,700, 800 level. Upside gets resistance around the 25,000, 26,200, 300 zone. So it's a range that Nifty is trading in and trying to break out of that range. Looking at the different time frames, be the weekly charts or the monthly charts, we are seeing some sort of consolidation. So I would say, till the time we don't see Nifty sustaining over the 26,000, 26,200, 300 levels, I would say it's more of consolidation. It's more to be a trader's play, and also you've got to be stock specific, not get fixated on the.
So on that note, let me ask about those stock specific calls. What are they, Aamar?
Yeah, so the first one is from the banking space, and that is ICICI Bank. So if you look at ICICI Bank, what we've seen, again, this is one stock which is in for consolidation, trading between the 1330, 1340, and again 1440 on the upside. But one of the technical indicators on the intermediate term trend has turned mildly positive after a long span of time. So the stock sustaining above the 1400 levels has a good opportunity to rally towards the 1440, 1443 level. So that can be a level to look at booking profits. Whereas the stop loss in this case, if I look, that's around 1357. So any pullback is an opportunity for ICICI Bank. And the second one is also from the financial space, and that's LIC. Now, LIC, what we've seen is that post the results, the stock came out very firm. But trying to catch at these levels might be somewhat, I'll not say risky, but the risk-reward ratio might not work in one's favor. So any pullback in the stock towards 880, 890 can be a very good buying opportunity with a stop loss of 847 and a target of 957 on the upside, because the stock has consolidated, has formed a double, more or less a double bottom, and it's turning positive on the intermediate term trend.
Okay, but at the end of last week, you saw quite a few of the tire companies do well on account of MRF results. Would you book out if you managed to get some of those early on, or would you ride the rally? Would you add more at this point?
Yeah, so if you look at JK Tires in particular, see, the stock has delivered phenomenal results. So the stock has more than doubled since April of the last year. So I would suggest that booking profits is definitely advisable, because if I go back in time and see that in February of 2024, the stock had made a high of almost 550, 555 odd levels, and the recent high is also been somewhere around the same level. So clearly, that's a major double top for the stock. So we could witness some sort of profit booking. But overall, if you ask me, the trend still continues to remain strong and positive. But yes, pragmatic view would be to book at least 50% profits at the current levels. Sustaining above the 550, 560 level, then the stock is definitely moving into uncharted territory, and the trend still remains strong and firm. As far as support for the stock is concerned, the stock has got good support coming out on the 500, 510 zone.